Listen carefully. Everything you've been told about kindness, fairness, and equality is a lie. They told you the world rewards good people, that justice always wins, that if you play fair, you'll be safe. But let me rip the mask off. The truth is savage. Life is not fair. Life is a hunt. And in this hunt, there are only two kinds of people: predators and prey. The strong feast, the weak are eaten. This is the predator's code, a code written in blood, in history, in power. The masses will hate this message because it offends their illusions. But deep down, you already know it's true. You've felt it, you've seen it, and now you're going to hear it stripped raw, without mercy. So let me reveal the 8 dark rules of the predator's code, rules that explain why the strong always feast on the weak. Rule 1. Mercy is a luxury the strong cannot afford. Mercy sounds noble. Mercy sounds kind. But mercy is weakness when survival is at stake. History proves it. Predators who hesitate, predators who show mercy, do not last long. Lions do not negotiate with gazelles. Wolves do not give rabbits a fair chance. They strike and they kill because hesitation means starvation. In politics, in war, in business, it's the same. When a rival falls, the strong do not help them up. They crush them until there's nothing left. Why? Because a wounded enemy is not harmless. A wounded enemy waits for revenge. Lesson: mercy is a luxury only the naive believe in. If you're in the hunt, you must finish what you start. Rule 2. The world respects power, not goodness. The weak are taught to worship goodness, to believe that being kind, humble, and selfless will make them loved and protected. But open your eyes. History has no monuments to the weak. Statues are built for conquerors, kings, generals, and predators who impose their will on the world. The truth is brutal. The world bows to power, not morality. Respect is not given to the good. It is given to the strong. Think of emperors, warriors, and ruthless leaders. Were they remembered for being nice? Or were they remembered for being feared, obeyed, and unstoppable? Lesson: if you want respect, do not waste time trying to be liked. The weak seek love. The strong demand fear. Rule 3. The prey always feeds the predator. Here is a rule that will burn. The masses were not made to rule. They were made to be ruled. Look at society. It is designed so the many work for the few. Billions slave away at jobs they hate, building empires for masters they will never meet. The sheep produce, the wolves consume. The prey feeds the predator. And the cycle continues because the weak would rather be safe in chains than risk freedom in the wild. Lesson: you are either feeding someone else's empire or building your own. There is no middle ground. Rule 4. Fear is the strongest currency. Money is not the real power. Fear is. Fear bends people faster than gold ever could. A soldier doesn't obey because of love. He obeys because of fear of punishment. Citizens don't follow laws because they agree. They follow because they fear consequence. The predator knows this. That's why tyrants rule longer than saints. That's why generals and mob bosses keep more loyalty than priests. Fear binds deeper than affection. Fear silences rebellion. Fear is the currency of the predator. Lesson: if you want influence, stop trying to buy loyalty. Make them fear losing you. Rule 5. The strong write the rules. Laws, morals, right and wrong. All of it is written by predators, for predators. Do you think kings created laws to protect peasants? Number. They wrote laws to protect their thrones. Do you think corporations write policies for fairness? Number. They write them to protect their profits. What you call justice is simply the predator's rules. Rules designed to keep you docile, obedient, and weak. Lesson: never trust the rules of the hunt because they were not written for your survival. They were written to protect the hunters. Rule 6: the hunt never ends. There is no finish line where the strong stop feeding. There is no point where predators say, enough. Look at empires. They never stopped expanding until they were forced down. Look at corporations. They never stopped consuming smaller rivals. Look at powerful men. They never stop hungering for more wealth, more control, more domination. The hunt is eternal. The moment a predator grows satisfied, they grow fat. And the fat are eaten by the hungry. Lesson: if you want to stay strong, you must never stop hunting. Comfort is death. Rule 7: the weak betray themselves first. Here's the harsh truth: the predator doesn't always have to attack. Often the weak destroy themselves before the predator even moves. Fear, doubt, laziness, envy, these are the weapons of self-destruction. The weak gossip, complain, and sabotage each other while the strong sit back and feast on their chaos. History is full of revolts that failed, armies that collapsed, and nations that fell. Not because of an enemy's strength, but because of weakness within. Lesson: predators don't always hunt. Sometimes they just wait for the prey to kill itself. Rule 8: survival belongs to the ruthless. At the core of the predator's code is one principle: ruthlessness. Ruthlessness doesn't mean cruelty for fun, it means clarity. The predator sees reality as it is, not as it should be. The ruthless do not waste time on pity. They do not drown in emotions. They do what must be done without hesitation. The weak call this evil. But in truth, ruthlessness is survival, and survival belongs to the predator. Lesson: the world will call you cruel when you refuse to be prey. But remember, better to be hated as predator than loved as prey. The closing manifesto. Now you've heard it. The predator's code. It offends you because it's true. It shakes you because it explains why you've been losing. Because while you were taught to be kind, fair, and selfless, the strong were feasting on you. And this truth leaves you with a choice. Stay prey, safe, comfortable, weak, and consumed. Or embrace the hunt, become predator, feared, respected, untouchable. But know this: once you see the code, you cannot unsee it. Once you know the hunt, you cannot return to innocence. The question is no longer whether predators exist. The question is simple: will you keep feeding them, or will you become one of them?